Hello and welcome, Metal Detective brothers and sisters. Here we are on a guest appearance tonight, and with a friend of mine called Pete Floyd from the USA. Let's hear it from Pete. Right, so, Adam, what kind of machines did you progress to then?
Well, I went to the Pro, the Garrett 18 Pro, and then I went to the Max, and now I have the Apex, and of course I keep the Pro. I think everybody keeps their Pro. You got to have your Pro. It's just the way it is.
This is the Garrett Pro we're talking about.
Right. You always got to have a backup machine because I've gotten on sites and I don't know what it is, but sometimes the machine will mess up. My Apex, I took it out for a recon mission trying to find a site, and all the thing it would do was chat and everything. Well, it turned out I needed to plug it in and get an upgrade in it. So, awesome. Fortunately I had the Pro where I had another machine. So always take two machines.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
If you can afford it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Very rich in history right where I live. So I'm very fortunate. I actually live between two roads, main roads, which were here when this area of Ohio was settled. Right. Which was this part of Ohio was opened in 1804. There's a little village right down the road here. It's called Kings Creek, and it's named after an Indian chief.
Oh.
John Taylor was the man who settled there. He opened a grist mill. And just west of there is called the Detroit Road, which goes from our area up to Detroit. Uh-huh. And that was the way that General Hall marched to fight the War of 1812. So that's a very historic road. Now, to our east, we have what we call the Ludlow Trace, which was also a very famous road. So I'm locked right in between a lot of history for our area.
Yeah.
But as always, we can't compare with what kind of history you have in Great Britain. But we have about 220 years of history in our ground here.
Yeah. So what kind of artifacts did you actually find then? What are they? What sort of coins and what kind of artifacts?
Okay, the little burg I was telling you about, the little village down here, Kings Creek.
Yeah.
We were so fortunate because when John Taylor, I said, of course, put in the grist mill. Well, he had to have a race, to feed the water into the wheel.
Right.
And I was fortunate to work that race. I contacted the owner of the property. Said, hey, you care if we dig down there? He says, no. So I'm out there digging, and all of a sudden, about 2 inches down, I got a nice signal, not very far. Popped it out. It was a piece of Spanish silver from 1700s.
Oh, nice.
It was a quarter cut.
Right.
I mean, I was almost in tears. I couldn't believe it.
Is that classed as are they reals then? Is that what they call reals?
It was a 1 real.
Yeah, 1
real.
Yeah.
It was a quarter cut. I've got some silver rings. Are we in frame here? I've got some silver rings here.
Okay.
But this is the quarter cut. Let me see if I can bring it up here.
Yeah, see if you can put it up.
I knew right away what it was, John. When I
Did
saw it, I go, holy moly!
Yeah. Hey, listen, we don't have anything like that here, so put it in front of the camera if you can find it.
Let me see. There's Carlos III. You can see his honker there.
I'm hoping we can see in front of.
Yeah, I might.
No, it's not very good, is it? It's not difficult, isn't it? It's difficult that. Oh, it's a quarter, just like you said.
Yeah, it's cut.
Wow.
That's how they did, I think you get a little bit of detail there. See his nose.
Got it. Just got a little bit there. Yes, we've got it. Yeah, just a little bit. Blimey. Why was it a quarter? Is it because they cut them up then or something and for changes?
That's how they made change, yeah.
Because that's what they did in the medieval period in this country. We did
that. Same thing. See, it has a hole in it. It was lots of times sew it in their clothes so they would lose it.
I see.
So it was already holed. So yeah.
So to find these reals is quite rare, then, would you say?
No, we do find quite a few. I mean, I'd say anybody's been detecting at least 3 or 4 years, they have probably found one. I mean, if they're seriously into it. I have two. I have the quarter cut, then I have a whole one, which I found on the Detroit Road.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Of different periods. What about artifacts and what kind of artifacts have you?
Oh my! I've got things. Of course, I restore axe heads.
Oh.
I have a picture of this one. This was completely mangled. I had to put it in my furnace and heat it up. And of course, then I make handles for them. Favorite things to find around here is the smokehouse locks.
Oh, right.
Huge piece of brass, John.
Yeah.
I
So
wish
what's
I could
that?
find the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'm still on that site, so hopefully when our weather lets up here in the spring, I'm hoping
Yeah.
I'll find the rest
So
of
that
it.
locks up the
They put it on the meat
smokehouse.
house where they smoke their meat because people steal your food. That's just what it
Ah,
is.
right. Yeah.
And you better lock it. So there you go.
And I suppose they smoked it because, you know, they didn't have
That's how they
fridges then.
preserve the food, right? Smoke and salt. That's just what you did.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You know, as far as old stuff, which is old for us, probably one of the oldest things we find as far as relics, and everybody here in this area enjoys finding the buttons, the flat buttons.
Oh yeah, that's that's George III. That's the George
I don't know
III,
why
18th century.
it escapes me what that is. You tell me what metal. I cannot remember. It's just,
It's probably a pewter type. Or oh no, it won't.
Right.
It could be. Sometimes they're iron, but plated silver or plated. You know, that's the. Turn it the other way around. Is that the front?
Yeah. Okay. There you go, John.
It's plain, isn't it? It's plain. Yeah, they're usually on the. Sometimes they can be on the cuffs, you know, or in the middle of the jackets.
Yeah.
Some of these, but it's about 18th century they are, and and plated, generally plated, and sometimes they have designs on.
Think of what that is. Huge signal, and it's silver back of a pocket watch.
That's right.
About 6 inches down, John.
Yes. Have you got? Can you turn it around? Is there any hallmarks inside?
Well, there's not, but somebody engraved on the inside of it.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. I'm not sure exactly what. I don't remember what it says. Just kind of a mess. It looked like somebody was scribbling on it.
Oh yes. Oh, I can see it. I can see it. Just get it into the center. Keep it there. Just keep it. You have got hallmarks in, by the way.
Yeah,
you've got hallmarks in there.
You're right.
Yeah. Hallmarks in there, mate, and all sorts of information. I can't see it clearly, but I would definitely.
Yeah, it says sterling. You can see that.
Yeah.
Important thing to see this.
Yeah, it's obviously early 20th century. You know, 1920s. What have you got now?
Well, as far as really old stuff, the dandy buttons.
Oh yeah.
Before 1700s, I'm always told. You probably know maybe a little more than I do, but they have the sunburst on them.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
But I got on a really old site for us, and I found like 5 of them.
Yeah, well, sometimes they could be livery buttons, but I'm not quite sure. A livery button is where people used to work at the inns, or in your case, saloons. Is it the saloons where they used to keep the horses? When people used to come in, have a whiskey.
Stable, yeah, they put them
stables, isn't it? The stable place.
Uh-huh.
And people used to look after people's horses, and these were like franchised type organizations, yes.
But they said wealthy people would wear these. I think they're like double-breasted coat.
All right, it could be.
And these were
it could be the owners of the stables, owners of the saloons. The saloons, you know.
Right. A lot of suspender latches too. There's the one with the teeth on it. I love.
Yeah.
I just love these.
Yeah, it's got to be. What do you say the date of that is then? What do you think?
Well, I'm thinking probably 1830s, 40s. I'm not positive on that.
Yeah.
I've seen some Civil War era, which is the 1860s for us, that sort of thing. Then we get a lot of the sash buckles, Victorian type stuff.
Oh yes, that's a shoe buckle, you know.
That okay?
It's a shoe buckle, 18th century, or it could be a hat buckle.
Yeah.
That used to wear them on the hats or wear them on the shoes. So it's 18th century again.
Then the hem weights. The gals would sew these in the hems of their dresses to keep them from blowing up. We get a lot of these too, John, about finding military buttons like everybody is.
Yes.
This is more modern. I'm not sure. I think that's World War II or Korea. Then we got one with the rifles.
I think it might be one that, you know.
Yeah. Rifles on it. I got some fuzz off the.
What type of rifles? Because that'll tell you, won't it? Yeah, the
modern
ones, aren't they?
Somebody told me at one time. Yeah.
Does it tell you what regiment?
No. I think it's the collar disc they call it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure that's a collar disc. Then one of our pride and joys too, as far as buttons, is to find the Civil War.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can make anything out of that.
Well,
but
I
they
can
have an
see
eagle
it.
on them.
Yeah.
I
can
don't
see
think
that.
I'm quite right there. But they'll have different ones with different letters. Like an A will be an artilleryman. That was a gentleman that fought with artillery. You had your general service. You had a cavalry, which had a C on it, and other things like that. So,
well, that's educational.
Those
isn't
are
it?
exciting.
That's
Iron
educational.
Jew's harp.
Oh, hey, I've got 4 of them.
Do you have one made of iron?
No, is it iron?
It is iron. Yeah, it's just it's practically a rust bucket. I do have some brass ones. Yeah, I do have some brass ones.
Yeah, I've got a lot of brass ones. There's something missing out of them. Something, I don't know, that actually plays them.
Mm-hmm. I think you'll enjoy this piece, and then I'll let you do some talking. But hold on there.
Centralize it into
I was looking at the screen instead of the camera.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, right.
This is a perfume button.
Oh, right.
So what they would do, the story I was told, soldiers in the Civil War, this had like a sponge-like cloth in there.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And they would soak it with their favorite gal's perfume. Then they'd wear it here under their collar.
Yes.
And then they could always, get a little whiff.
People in the 18th century, you've just got to think about, they used to throw everything out on the street.
Right.
And when the posh people and the well-off people walking down smelling of sewers and God knows what,
right,
they have to smell the perfume here to get through to walk from where to be.
Right.
So that's why they used to wear it. I think they called them, and they had really fancy what we call containers called, I think they're called vignerettes. I can't remember exactly, but they had all these like perfume bottles and all sorts of things that they used to carry around and put on the handkerchief and all sorts, male and female. And I found a couple myself. I found some.
Bathing didn't really come back into just a little bit before the turn of the last century. So.
Well, yeah. Well, it's mainly because out probably where you are, it's probably an expanse of land, but still, in the cities it might start smelling. I don't know, but with it being close with buildings and cobble streets, and everybody used to throw the sewers on the street, well, that would just. And then you've got horses going up and down, and then
people don't realize
pea buckets and all sorts going on. Not a pleasant place to be. Not a pleasant place to be. So yeah. What sort of groups are you sort of affiliated with now? Then.
Well, I'm fortunate. I mean, being a minister here for several years, and I know a lot of people, so. It helps out to. I'm not real good at knocking on a stranger's door and saying, "Hey, can I?"
All right.
Especially.
So, how do you get permission there? Then, what do you do? Do you just walk onto it then, Pete, and just I'm going on this road here, and away you go, or
we're big on field sites where houses used to be.
I see.
Because a lot of people don't understand and they don't know, or hundreds of houses are no longer there. And whatever they lost is still in the field unless somebody has found it.
Yeah. And how do you find this out then? How did you find it out?
We use what we call township maps. We have two. Well, we have 3 here. We have 1858, 1874, and 1898. 94.
Yeah.
And you go on there and you look, say, well, you can see where the houses used to be. And so you go. Contact the landowner, say, hey, if you don't mind, I would like to check over here in the field to see, it looks like the map shows there was a house there.
Okay.
So, you go out there. And we're able to hook it up to our cell phones now through the GPS, and you can walk out, you do the overlay with the modern map over the old one, and you walk right out to where the house is.
That's good, isn't it?
Hey,
there you go, 1817. Got it. We've got it. Yeah.
I thought it would focus up close.
Yeah, got it. That's bob on. That's absolutely superb, is that?
So we rally sheets. I got 4 of these one day, John.
All right.
In a row. Within an hour, I got 4 of those out of a field site. I think the place had been detected, but for some reason there are people that won't detect near the road. These are somewhat near the road because people don't want to get all the trash.
Oh, I see.
But I just bam.
Get the trash out.
Yeah, I just
then get in between
almost a straight line. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you found any gold then?
Well, all of us over here. I mean, I do have friends who found gold coins, but unfortunately, I have not found one. But
have you found any gold jewelry?
Oh yeah, I've got gold jewelry. Was that a tiger eye? I think they call it. She should focus.
It's
brown.
Just
tiger.
keep it as still as possible. You know, we'll have to get some sort of like tripod. Oh, that's it. We've got it. Yeah, and that's a middle stone. I think is it tiger eye stone?
It's a tiger eye, right?
Yes.
10K, and I had to do a little work on it. The 10K doesn't hold up
10 carat.
real well. I dug this out of somebody's garden. I'm assuming a lady lost that while she was gardening.
That's nice.
14 karat gold.
That's beautiful. That is lovely.
Around there you go. See how beautiful?
Lovely. That's brilliant, that, mate. Oh, yeah. We'd like to see a bit of gold.
Nothing like gold popping out.
No, there isn't. It cheers you up, doesn't it?
You can't mistake it. Yeah. Let me see. Let me get my elbow rested. That'll help.
Okay.
Earring. Can you tell?
Yes, of course.
A very fine earring. I said, well, it's probably just a piece of junk jewelry. I picked it up, got it home, got my loop out, 14 karat gold.
White gold.
Detector needed.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm a scavenger hunter. I go out at night.
No. We all get like that because we're detectorists. We see things on the floor quicker than other people. I'm always picking pound coins up from the floor. Oh.
So we call this a gold. Let me get my elbow rested again.
Yeah, let's get the good focus on that one.
Gold signet ring.
Yeah. What's in the center then?
W on it.
Well, hang on. It's not getting focused. Centralize it into the. Not having it. Just hang fire then.
Well. But it's gold.
It's gold. Is that what carat's that then?
Silver thimble too.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It actually. I think that's the one with the person's initials on it.
Oh yeah. Let's have a look at the initials then.
Yeah.
Are they inside or is it outside the initials?
They put them around the bottom. I'm not positive this is the one. I've got several of them.
Yeah. Okay.
But we call these bucket listers. These are things everybody wants to find. I found this huge. Is this it? No, that's not it. Oh, it's in the safe. I have another large gold ring, but I think I put it away. But here's another little silver thimble, a little baby one.
Oh yeah.
Somebody probably sewed with their pinky.
Oh yes.
It's smashed. It can be straightened, but
yeah. That's it. We got
silver,
it.
But I think that one is initialed. See if it'll focus. Yeah, see the initials.
Yes. Is it
EEC? EEC. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, we got that one.
And that was a gift that somebody would, especially somebody said they would get a gift to put their initials on, say, like a Christmas thing or whatever.
Okay.
And then other silver stuff here I've dug up. These are mainly probably juvenile rings. Just they're way too small for my finger.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, nice. Nice bit of silver. Yeah, it's always nice seeing a bit of silver.
Oh yeah.
Have you run out of your gold?
I did find this little piece of gold. I think I found this with the ace. It's a little ear stud. 14 karat gold. Let me see if we get focus there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring it over to the center.
Well, I do have to do everything backwards.
It's not gonna focus. It's terrible for focusing, isn't it? And mine's just as bad. Yeah.
But it actually it's threaded, and you would put it through your ear, and you put that little nut on there, and you.
Yeah.
But it's solid gold.
Yeah, well, there's nothing like finding gold. There's no doubt about it.
This is what we call a seated dime, a silver dime.
Oh,
this
yeah.
Is 1887. The brass, I smelted it myself, and then took a cutting, a rotating cutter, and then cut the brass nugget.
Okay.
Which I call them simulated gold nuggets. But the brass nugget, I cut the flat spot and then mounted the coin inside.
Yeah, 1887, we got you. Hey, it's come up great as that. That is brilliant.
But you can wear that as a pendant.
Yes.
Put it on a necklace or whatever. So
yeah, wouldn't get your girlfriend, Pete.
Yeah, there you go. Most of them are the old Conestoga bells.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right.
They would
What did you use this
actually
for
hang
then?
these on a bar across the wagon,
Oh, all
and they
right.
would ring. You know, it's just like somebody knew you were, so people would know you were coming.
Oh, I
So we dig
see.
a lot of these. I guess they're Britannia. Does that sound like something, a metal that you know of? I think it was invented in Britain.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm. Couldn't tell you. It's probably, I don't really know what it's made
yeah,
of,
yeah. And then
but
we've got the
that's something you can let us
cobalt.
know later. As that was on the wagons then, as they travelling
Yeah,
along.
they would wear these on their these bells would be on the wagon, and these bells would be on the horse. They would
Yeah.
be
Oh,
on
yes, yes, yes,
right.
yes, yes.
Yeah, right. Just real quick, John, and then of course I'm crazy, like I said, about padlocks.
Oh, yeah, but that's an old
There's a
one, isn't
U.S.
it?
padlock, solid brass.
Oh, blimey. And what connection do you think that will have then? Is it an army thing?
I'm not sure what the vintage is of it. I know I looked it up, but my memory fails me how old
Yeah.
that is. But
But
we
yeah, it's
always
got to be. Could be the 1880s, couldn't it? 18,
that's
18.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, I have to look it up
I
again.
tell you what I want to ask you. How long did the actual Civil War last?
About 5 years.
Oh,
It started by, I think,
is
early
that?
1861. It was over by 65.
Oh, I see. But yeah, oh, I
Now, you were
see.
asking me, though, about Civil War here. I originally was hoping this was a bridal rosette. Let me see, we'll get her here. Bridal rosette from the Civil War. See the U.S. Come on, baby, focus.
Ah, it's not focusing, is it? Yeah, we've got a lot
Let me
of people
back up.
watching. I've just
There,
realised.
oh, there we go. Got to get light on it, huh?
Oh, look at that. That's
Oh,
nice.
there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I'll just have. Oh, that's really nice.
But
Yeah.
it's a bridal rosette.
Oh, right. Okay. Is it so
And it was
1860
layered.
as
I
well?
actually was able to get it back together. I had looked up online quite a few rosettes that they used in the Civil War, and I was pretty well convinced that it was. Somebody told me, said, no, they think it might have been, what was the war in 1898 down in Texas? Spanish-American War.
Yeah. Quick one for you then. Well, what is the law then now in your area for detecting and when you find something? And what age do you have to be before you start thinking this is really historically important and you have to hand it over to the government, or nothing at all? How does this work?
Nothing.
Ah.
If you get on somebody's land, I mean, you're set. I mean, you don't have to report anything. You know, as far as antiquities, I mean, I understand the UK because you've got thousands of years.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Well,
I mean, if you found something that George Washington held in his hand, I'm not saying
yes.
you would, but I'd say, but I mean,
Yeah, I
the
know
world
what you mean.
needs to see that. You need to put
Yes,
that.
of course. But
If
then,
I found
what would
one of
happen
our
then?
local heroes, go ahead. I'm
Would
sorry,
you?
John.
Yeah. So what would happen then? Would you have to hand it over and then you get paid, or you just give it over as a gift?
This is hearsay. I have heard that some people have had their fines taken because somebody heard that it had some historical significance.
All right.
I don't know if that's accurate. You know, I don't know. I hate to even say it, but I've heard that. But like I say, if I had a piece of history that I feel like I want to share with our country or the world, I would see that it got to the right place.
It got to them. Yes. Oh, I see.
Not that I ever have or probably ever.
No.
Well.
No. Groups are you connected with then, and organizations, and in your end?
Well, I have a following on Facebook, like a lot of us do.
Yes.
We have 555 members. So I do that a lot.
So it's just a YouTube channel. Anything else?
And then the YouTube and the Facebook. I do the.
Oh, you do.
The Facebook group, which is also called Drama in the Dirt.
And so what kind of people are that are connected with the Drama in the Dirt? Then are they people that are from the USA or all over the world? Or?
Then we'll get some people from the group. They'll come up from down south area, come in from other areas, and we'll do a show and put it up, and we have a good time. So.
Oh, right. So that's so from your group, you invite them to your side.
People are close enough to come.
I see. And do they ever invite you, Peter?
Well, I'm not very good at traveling. I have to stay home. So that's just, yeah, I pretty much host most of the time. So.
Yeah, well, I suppose the difference is that USA is such a vast country. When you say I've just popped down the road, it's probably about 100 miles or something. You know.
Well, the people do come up about 100 miles, yeah, down.
So what's your plans then? What, you know, when you're thinking of going out? What's the, I mean, you can't go out, can you? Because what's the weather like there?
The weather is killing us right now. We are having. I'm a weatherman for our county, a weather spotter, and I do weather updates. But unfortunately, we're in a La Nina, which means we're getting some cold air.
All right.
So we are below normal. We are actually running Fahrenheit in what we call the single digits here.
All right.
But the ground is like concrete right now. I was out 2 days ago. We were up above freezing, about 10 degrees. And I was able to take one of my asthmatics out and was able to scratch some stuff out of the ground.
Right.
Much like they do in Australia when they prospect for gold down there.
It's solid, isn't it?
You got to go slow.
Oh, no. I
was fortunate. Right across the road from my house, there was a house over there that was long gone. Yeah. The owners, which I've known for years, yeah, sure. And we actually had 5 guys up here one day. You know, I'm thinking, man, that place is not a whole lot there. But, you know, I kept at it. And you would not believe the stuff I pulled out of there.
Ah.
Even after everybody was in there.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. Couple inches, you can still do. I like detecting in the snow because you can see exactly where you've been.
Ah, yes, of course, there's a tracks. Well, we've had a great time here.
Well, thank you for having me.
No problem at all. You know, what we'll do is we'll book you again later on, maybe later on in the year, when you start to getting out into when it gets a bit warmer, and then have your gold and other nice finds all ready, history and everything sectioned out, and then we can really go for it then. But it's been great talking to you and interesting, educating in certain factors, and I'm sure people that don't know much about your country's history. I mean, because don't forget, people are watching this all over,
right?
And so it's an education to them. So what we'll do, we'll finish off now, Pete.
Okay.
And we'll catch you another time, and I'll catch you on Facebook for another chat about something else. And it's bye from the lock, eh?
Yeah. See you there. You got the draft cover. See.
Oh yes.
I was gonna peek through there and say goodbye.